Hi there. You're listening to English Podcast for Beginners, your friendly guide to learning English step by step. Let's learn, practice, and grow together.
Welcome back to English Podcast for Beginners. Today, we're starting a new topic that many learners ask about. We're talking about how to be positive every day, even when life feels stressful or heavy.
This is an important topic because staying positive is not something that happens automatically. It's a skill, and we can learn it. Even small changes in our daily habits can help us think in a more positive way.
Yes, and one thing I always tell learners is that positivity doesn't mean pretending everything is perfect. It means noticing good things, even small ones, and choosing a healthier perspective when challenges appear.
I like that. For example, when I wake up in the morning, I try to say one simple sentence to myself, like, "Today is a new chance." It sounds small, but it helps the mind focus on possibility, not problems.
That's a great example. I do something similar. Before I start work, I take a moment to breathe deeply and think about one thing I'm grateful for. Gratitude is a strong tool for positivity because it reminds us of what we already have.
And it doesn't need to be something big. You can feel grateful for a warm cup of coffee, a comfortable chair, or even a message from a friend. When we practice gratitude every day, our brain slowly becomes more positive.
Another thing that helps is limiting negative input. If we spend too much time reading stressful news or comparing ourselves to others online, it becomes hard to stay positive. Sometimes we need to step back and give ourselves mental space.
True. It also helps to talk kindly to yourself. Many people speak to themselves in a very strict way, saying things like "I'm not good enough" or "I always fail." But if you change your self-talk to something more supportive, your confidence grows.
Completely. Positive self-talk is powerful. Even saying something like, "I'm trying my best" or "I'm improving little by little" can change your whole day. It builds a calm and steady mindset.
And another simple way to stay positive is to move your body. A short walk, stretching, or light exercise can release stress and give more energy. When the body feels better, the mind often follows.
Yes, movement is a great reset button. And of course, talking to someone you trust can also help. Sharing your feelings with a friend makes your mind lighter and reminds you that you are not alone.
Being positive every day is not about perfect happiness. It's about small steps, small thoughts, and small habits that make life easier and brighter. And we'll explore more of these ideas as we continue this topic.
Something else that helps many people stay positive is creating a simple routine. When your day has structure, your mind feels more stable. Even small routines, like making your bed or planning your morning, can give you a sense of control.
Yes, routines make life feel less chaotic. When I follow my morning routine, I feel calmer and more focused. And when I feel focused, it's easier to choose positive thoughts instead of stressful ones.
Another tip that works well is celebrating small wins. Many people wait for big achievements, but daily progress is just as important. Noticing a small improvement can lift your mood and help you stay motivated.
I agree. For example, when learning English, a small win could be understanding a new word or speaking a sentence more smoothly. When you celebrate these moments, you train your mind to see growth instead of pressure.
That's true for everything. If you appreciate your small steps, you build confidence and feel more hopeful about the future.
And speaking of hope, spending time in a clean or organized space can also increase positivity. When your environment feels calm, your mind can relax more easily.
That's a good point. A clean space makes it easier to think clearly. And when your mind is clear, staying positive feels much more natural.
Another idea is to limit multitasking. When we try to do too many things at once, we become overwhelmed. Focusing on one task at a time helps you stay present and reduces stress.
Presence is important. When you focus on the moment instead of worrying about the past or future, you create space for positive thoughts to grow.
And sometimes positivity comes from helping others. When you do something kind, even something small, it makes you feel lighter and more connected.
Yes, kindness has a strong effect on the mind. It reminds us that we can influence the world in a good way, even with simple actions.
And positivity also grows when you allow yourself to rest. Many people forget that rest is necessary. When you take breaks, your mind becomes stronger and more balanced.
Rest is not laziness, it's maintenance. A well-rested mind sees situations more clearly and responds in a more positive way.
Another habit that supports positivity is setting small goals for the day. When your goals are simple and realistic, you feel a sense of achievement when you complete them. That small success can improve your mood for the rest of the day.
Yes, and small goals help you stay focused. When you know what you want to accomplish, it's easier to move through the day with purpose instead of feeling lost or overwhelmed.
Speaking of purpose, connecting with nature is also a great way to feel more positive. Even a few minutes outside, looking at trees or feeling the fresh air, can calm your mind.
Nature has a quiet and peaceful energy. It helps us slow down and breathe more deeply. When life feels heavy, stepping outside can give you a different perspective.
Another simple practice is to limit negative self-comparisons. When we compare ourselves to others too much, especially on social media, it's easy to feel discouraged. Focusing on your own progress is much healthier.
Exactly. Everyone's journey is different, and moving at your own pace is perfectly fine. Positivity grows when you stop judging yourself so harshly.
Something else that works for many people is creating a playlist of music that feels warm and encouraging. Music has the power to change your mood in just a few minutes.
I do that too. When I listen to songs that make me feel calm or inspired, my whole energy changes. It's an easy way to reset when the day feels tough.
And sometimes, positivity comes from learning something new. When you understand new ideas or new skills, you feel proud of yourself. That feeling of progress can boost your confidence.
Learning keeps the mind active. It reminds us that we can grow, adapt, and improve at any age. Even learning a few new words in English can give you a positive feeling.
Staying positive every day is really about these small choices. None of them need to be big or difficult. It's the little things that create a more positive mindset over time.
And the more you practice these small habits, the more natural positivity becomes. It slowly becomes part of your daily attitude.
Another helpful idea is creating a short evening reflection. Before going to sleep, you can think about one good thing that happened during the day. It could be a conversation, a moment of peace, or something you learned. This trains the mind to end the day with a calmer feeling.
Evening reflections are powerful because they help you focus on what went right instead of what went wrong. When you end your day with a positive thought, you prepare your mind to start the next morning with more optimism.
And speaking of mornings, drinking enough water throughout the day also impacts positivity. When your body is hydrated, your brain works better, and you feel more balanced.
Yes, people often forget that physical health and emotional health are connected. Eating simple, healthy foods and staying hydrated can make a big difference in your mood. A comfortable body supports a positive mind.
Another useful habit is to set boundaries. If something or someone drains your energy too much, it's okay to protect your mental space. You don't have to say yes to everything.
Healthy boundaries allow you to focus on what truly matters. When you respect your energy and time, you create more room for positive feelings and peaceful thoughts.
And something many people find helpful, writing things down. When your thoughts feel heavy or confusing, journaling can help you release them. Seeing your thoughts on paper can bring clarity.
Writing is a gentle way to understand yourself. When you write regularly, you become more aware of your emotions, your habits, and your needs. That awareness helps you react with more positivity.
Another habit people often underestimate is smiling. Even a small, natural smile can change your mood. It sends a signal to your brain that things might be okay, even if the day feels challenging.
Yes, a smile can soften your mindset. It doesn't mean pretending to be happy. It simply helps your brain feel lighter for a moment. Sometimes that small shift is enough to bring more positivity into the day.
And something that always helps me is setting time for a hobby. When you do something you enjoy, it brings relaxation and joy back into your life. It reminds you that life is not only about responsibilities.
Hobbies are important for emotional balance. They give you moments of creativity or pleasure that recharge your mind. Even a few minutes each day can make a difference.
Another way to build positivity is to pay attention to the language you use every day. When you choose words that are calmer and more supportive, your mind starts to follow the same direction. Even simple phrases like "I can handle this" or "we'll try again" can guide your thoughts in a more positive way.
Yes, language shapes our mindset. When we use gentle and encouraging words, we create a safer space for ourselves. It becomes easier to deal with challenges because the way we speak reflects patience and understanding.
And supporting your mind also means giving yourself time away from screens. Constant notifications and endless scrolling can create stress. Taking small breaks helps your brain relax and reset.
Screen breaks are necessary. When your eyes and mind have a moment to rest, everything feels quieter. In that quiet space, positivity can grow more naturally.
Another practice that helps many people, visualizing something good. For example, imagining a peaceful place or thinking about a goal you want to reach. Visualization can motivate you and bring calmness at the same time.
Visualization works because it reminds your mind of hope and possibility. When you picture something comforting or inspiring, your emotions become lighter. It's a simple practice, but it can shift your mood quickly.
And we shouldn't forget the power of slow breathing. When you breathe slowly and deeply, your body sends signals to your brain that everything is okay. This reduces stress and helps you stay grounded.
Breathing is one of the most effective tools. It brings you back to the present moment and reminds you that you have control over your reactions. Even 1 minute of slow breathing can make a positive difference.
Another idea is to spend time with positive people. When you surround yourself with people who support you, encourage you, or make you feel understood, your energy becomes brighter.
Exactly. Positive people don't need to be perfect or cheerful all the time. They simply bring calmness, kindness, and understanding into your life. Being around them helps your mind feel lighter and more hopeful.
And sometimes, positivity comes from accepting things you cannot control. When you stop fighting situations that are out of your hands, you free your mind from unnecessary stress.
Acceptance is a gentle kind of strength. It doesn't mean giving up. It means choosing peace instead of frustration. When you accept what you cannot change, you protect your emotional energy.
Another way to stay positive is to create small moments of joy throughout your day. These moments don't have to be big or dramatic. It can be something as simple as enjoying a warm drink, taking a short break outside, or listening to a song you like. These small joys act like little lights that brighten your routine.
Yes, and when you allow yourself to enjoy these moments fully, you give your mind a break from stress. Joy doesn't always come from big events. It often grows from simple, quiet experiences that remind you life has pleasant parts too.
Something else that helps is speaking kindly to others. When you treat people with patience and respect, you create a positive atmosphere around you. That atmosphere comes back to you and makes your day feel lighter.
True. Kindness spreads quickly. Even a calm tone or a thoughtful sentence can change how someone feels. And knowing that you made someone's day a little better can give you a strong sense of positivity.
Another habit is noticing your progress instead of focusing on your mistakes. Many people only see what they did wrong, but when you pay attention to what you did right, you build a stronger and more positive mindset.
That's a very important point. Mistakes are normal, but they don't define you. When you recognize your progress, even small improvements, you remind yourself that you are growing. And growth naturally brings more positivity.
Also, taking time to relax your shoulders and your body during the day can help. Stress often shows up physically, and when you release that tension, your mind feels clearer and more comfortable.
Yes, our bodies carry so much tension without us realizing it. A quick stretch or a few slow movements can reset your energy. A relaxed body supports a calmer and more positive mind.
Another helpful idea is to stay curious. When you stay curious about the world, about people, or even about your own thoughts, you become more open and less stressed. Curiosity brings a sense of wonder to everyday life.
Curiosity keeps your mind flexible. It helps you see problems as opportunities to learn, not just obstacles. And when you view the world with an open mind, positivity becomes easier to find.
And lastly, reminding yourself that bad moments don't last forever can help you stay balanced. Even when a day feels difficult, it doesn't mean tomorrow will be the same.
That's true. Every day brings a new chance, a new feeling, and a new opportunity to begin again. Positivity grows when you remember that each moment is temporary and change is always possible.
Another helpful practice is to choose one positive focus for the day. It can be a single word like calm, patience, or hope. When you keep that word in mind, it guides your thoughts and actions in a gentle, positive direction.
Yes, having a focus word is like having a small anchor. When your mind starts to wander into stress or negativity, you can return to the word and feel centered again. It gives your day a theme that supports your mindset.
Something else that supports positivity is giving yourself permission to slow down. Many people feel pressured to move fast, work fast, and think fast. But taking things slowly can make your life feel more peaceful.
Slowing down brings clarity. When you're not rushing, you notice more beauty around you, and you make better decisions. A slower pace often leads to a more positive experience because you actually feel the moment instead of running past it.
Another idea is to keep inspirational quotes or short reminders where you can see them. A note on your desk or a message on your phone can gently lift your energy throughout the day.
These reminders can act like small companions. They support you during hard moments and encourage you when you start losing motivation. Sometimes, a few positive words are enough to shift your entire mood.
And spending less time with negative conversations can also help. If a discussion becomes heavy or discouraging, it's okay to change the subject or step away. Protecting your peace is part of staying positive.
That's very true. You don't have to absorb everyone's stress. When you choose peaceful conversations and limit negative ones, you create a healthier mental environment for yourself.
Another helpful habit is celebrating other people's success. When you feel happy for others, instead of comparing, you create positive emotions in your own mind. It turns competition into connection.
Yes, celebrating others brings a feeling of warmth. It reminds you that success is not limited. Someone else's achievement doesn't take away from your own path. This mindset keeps your heart open and positive.
Practicing patience is also a key part of positivity. Life doesn't always move at the speed we want, but when you stay patient, you reduce frustration and stress.
Patience is a gentle skill. It teaches you to trust the process and accept that growth takes time. With patience, positivity becomes more stable and less dependent on perfect conditions.
Another way to support positivity is to remind yourself that progress is not always visible. Sometimes you are improving on the inside, even if the results haven't shown up yet. Trusting that quiet progress keeps your mindset steady.
Yes, inner growth is just as real as outer growth. When you stay consistent with your small habits, Your thoughts slowly become lighter and more hopeful. Positivity is something you build gently, day by day.
And it's helpful to remember that you don't need to be positive every minute. Some days are harder than others, and that's completely normal. What matters is that you keep trying to return to positive habits when you can.
Exactly. Being positive every day is not about perfection. It's about giving yourself small chances to reset, to breathe, and to choose a kinder direction. Even one positive moment can change the feeling of your whole day.
And that brings us to a good place to pause for now. We've shared many simple habits that can help you feel more positive in daily life, and we'll continue exploring this topic in the next part.
Thank you for listening to English Podcast for Beginners. Stay gentle with yourself, and we'll continue this conversation soon.
Overwhelmed. Meaning, feeling like you have too much to handle, mentally or emotionally overloaded. I felt overwhelmed when I had too many tasks at work. She gets overwhelmed easily when the room is too noisy. Perspective. Meaning, the way you think about something or the point of view you use to understand a situation. Changing your perspective can make a problem look smaller. From his perspective, the situation was not as serious. Gratitude. Meaning, a feeling of thankfulness or appreciation. Practicing gratitude helps you notice positive things around you. She wrote a list of gratitude to remind herself of what she has. Self-talk. Meaning, the words you say to yourself in your mind. Positive self-talk can help build confidence. His negative self-talk made him feel unsure about his abilities. Boundaries. Meaning, limits you set to protect your time, energy, and emotional well-being. She set healthy boundaries by saying no to extra work. Setting boundaries helps you avoid stress and burnout. Visualization. Meaning, creating mental images of something good, calming, or motivational. Visualization helps athletes imagine success before a game. He used visualization to picture a peaceful beach when he felt stressed. Comparison. Meaning, when you look at two things and see how they are similar or different. Constant comparison on social media can hurt your confidence. Try not to make comparisons. Focus on your own journey. Consistent. Meaning, doing something regularly or in the same way over time. Being consistent with your practice helps you improve your English. Her consistent effort made her habits stronger. Patience. Meaning, the ability to stay calm when waiting or dealing with difficulties. Learning a new language requires patience. He showed patience even when the situation was slow and frustrating. Environment. The surroundings or conditions you are in, physical or emotional. A clean environment can help you think more clearly. She changed her study environment to stay more focused.